Hello, everyone. Today in the episode, we will discuss, as the grain deal goes into closed, Russia has suspended the grain deal. On Monday, July 17th, it became known that Russia had terminated the Black Sea Grain Initiative agreements. Let me remind you that the grain deal is an agreement between Russia, Ukraine, Turkey, and the UN on exporting grain and other agricultural products from the Black Sea ports of Odessa. The document on this transaction was signed in July 2022. Why was she needed? Russia today is the world leader in the export of wheat. Ukraine, although lagging, also has a considerable weight in world grain exports. After the outbreak of the war, world grain prices rose strongly since the two countries occupying a large share of grain exports were in a state of armed clashes. A sharp price increase could provoke a world food crisis. What did they agree on? Russia pledged not to send warships into the waters, and partners promised to control grain trucks that did not carry weapons and ammunition. The deal also provided for the connection of Bank to the SWIFT international payment system, to combine Russia the trade in grain and fertilizers on the foreign market. Removal of bans on the import of spare parts for agricultural machinery to Russia. The agreement between Russia and Ukraine has already been extended twice. However, Moscow claimed that its conditions were not met. It looks like the grain deal is closed for sure this time, according to the UN. As a result of the grain deal, by March 23, over 33 million tons of grain were sent from the ports of Ukraine, of which 5 countries received 60% of the volumes: China 4.8 million tons, Spain 3.9 million tons, Turkey 2.6 million tons, Italy 1.7 million tons, Netherlands 1.4 million tons. At the same time, the poorest countries received only 6% of the total. As a result, in 22 to 23, Russia managed to export a record volume of 47 million tons of wheat. However, this result was not achieved due to the grain deal. And because Russia managed to supply its grain by bypassing sanctions and without any help from the UN, in this case, it makes no sense for Russia to extend the deal. The grain now exported from Ukraine almost does not go to developing countries but settles in resellers in Turkey, then it goes to European countries. In addition, Russia stated that it was ready to supply part of the grain to Africa for free. If the grain deal is not extended, the main losses will be incurred by large consumers of Ukrainian products and Ukraine itself. UN estimates that the country will lose up to $500 million a month. But Russia has nothing to lose. Russia said it had suspended the deal, not got out of it. If its conditions are met, we can always return to the negotiations. The Ukrainian authorities are proposing a new route for transporting grain from the territorial waters of Bulgaria and Romania. But which of the owners of private vessels wants to take the risks of passing the route next to a war zone? The US refused to provide an escort for grain carriers, and Turkey has not yet declared its readiness to use its fleet. Against the backdrop of the cancellation of the grain deal, world prices for wheat rose sharply over the past 5 days. On Wednesday, July 19th, September futures on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange rose 3.35%. And over the past 5 days, they have become more expensive by 11%. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.